Hey guys, this is Dane down here at ZIMM'S Guitars in Mesa, Arizona. We do a lot of restring videos. I've got another one for you. This is a Washburn that needs new strings on it. A DD-61. This is the Dan Donegan signature model. And who is he? The guy from Slipknot? What's his band?
Disturbed.
The dude from Disturbed. Dan Donegan from Disturbed. And she needs a new set of strings. It's got the Floyd on here. It's got the cool Ghost Flames. Looks like made in Indonesia. I'm going to say 2007 is the year. Let's string this thing up. Here, help me out. Here we go. Okay, we'll test on the electronics. Okay, so our neck pickup is not working. We got the bridge. Okay, let's get in. Let's test on these electronics. Let's change the strings. Should be fun and easy restring here. I want to polish the frets on this thing. So let's get started here. First thing I'm going to do is take the locking nuts off of the, up here off the nut. And, oh wow, we broke a string already. Dan Donegan from Disturbed. What's that big Disturbed song? Is it Let the Bodies Hit the Floor?
No.
Oh.
Down with the Sickness.
Down with the Sickness.
It's a song that, it's the one with that.
Oh, yeah, okay. Down with the sickness. Get up and get it down with the sickness. That's a good tune. Alright, so I have a small eraser. And so sometimes I set something underneath here. So when I take the strings off, it keeps the Floyd laying nice and flat, and I think that's a good one. This one's a little bit thicker, but that one that's the dollar bill or the $20 bill, this one fits down in there really nicely at this thickness. Ooh, it's a $100 bill on there. That's a good one. Okay, I think that's gonna work just fine right there. So I can go ahead and take these strings off. Oh. See, this is that little block that lays down in there. And if you guys ever lose these, I would recommend Sweetwater. I think they'll sell you a 6-pack of them for like $5. And then I'm just going to snug this back in there just to keep that in place. So it doesn't fall out and I lose it. But yeah, Sweetwater is the way to go to buy those little parts for your Floyds. Okay, something's going on with this one. Having a hard time getting into that one. Yeah, I think this one is, she's stripped out. Oh, there it goes. Might want to change that one. Yeah, to me this thing looks stripped out. It's definitely loose. If you have something, let me put my glasses on. Usually better when I have my reading glasses on. There we go, now I can see it. I think there's something stuck in there. Okay, let me search through my parts. Let me see if I have one of these. This is, it says licensed by Floyd. It has the Washburn tag right here. It might be difficult to find one just like that. I think there might be. You guys might be able to see that. It kind of looks like there's something down in there. Okay. I'm going to pull this thing out of here. Talking about this trim. Let's just get it out of here. I don't have another part that's going to fit on that. Okay. So let's let that thing fall out of there. Yeah, I don't think I can use this trim right now, because this one is messed up. So I'm going to throw this back in the box. And I think I'll just dab some white paint on that, just to remind myself that it's not good. Yeah, so something has been in there, something drilled in there or something. So we're going to set the Washburn bridge off to the side. And I am going to see if this Floyd Rose Special will drop down in here. Okay, yeah, that looks good. We're going to drop a Floyd Rose Special into this thing and hope that I can get this to work. Okay, so I wanted to check the electronics in here and try to figure this out before we throw that bridge in there. And I can see that there's a bunch of electrical tape going on in here that is turned really kind of soggy. And doesn't seem, so it seems like maybe somebody at one time, they've changed the pickups in here. These things say Igniter on them. So maybe these are some sort of a pickup that somebody threw in here at one time, because you can see that this is different. And okay, so let me plug my cable back in and we'll try to figure out what's going on here. Okay, that looks like the ground. These two wires have come loose from each other. This one looks like to be just the ground wire. Okay, that one I just accidentally yanked off of there. Yeah, he's put electrical tape over. He's put electrical tape over the grounds in here. And this, if you can see in here, the three-way switch is right up against the board, so I'm going to spin that around a little bit. So I'm going to loosen it right there. I think I'm going to spin this whole thing around if I can. There we go. It looks like the green and the white wires he's got twisted together. Alright, then this ground wire is off. Let's see if it's making any noise. Okay. Alright, let me plug in my soldering iron and try to figure out a few of these things that's going on in here. Okay, rewired some stuff in there. Let's see what it does now. Okay, I rewired some stuff back there. Let's see now. I'm just going to tap on them. Okay, there's our neck position. Here's our bridge position. We're good to go. So again, I think somebody put these pickups in there. You guys leave me some comments. What do you think about these pickups, if they're any good or not? I mean, there's a lot of oh man, those pickups are great, or you know, sometimes I can hear the difference in some pickups, but sometimes I also just kind of have the theory that, you know, they're just magnets, they're all the same, but you know, you can hear the difference in a lot of them. Alright, let me put this back plate back on here, and we will continue on with this restring. Okay, I'm just going to clean on the guitar for a little while now. Before I put those strings on it and that new bridge in it. Well, it's not a new bridge, it's a replacement we're going to throw in here. I noticed that it has a little damage right here. It looks like some of the wood was distressed. And maybe a small repair was done in there, but it seems fine now, so we'll have to, there's nothing I can do about that right now. Okay, let's do some of this F1 oil. My bench is such a mess right now. Jeez. F1 oil from Music Nomad. Yeah, I'm in the middle of like 3 different projects. I've got an acoustic over here. I do a lot of different guitar repairs and I don't turn the camera on. I've been kind of lazy when it comes to doing video content. but I probably should pick it up a little bit because we're starting to get into YouTube season where the ad revenue is a little bit more money. I have this channel to promote my guitar shop that I have. And honestly, the news recently, I have some big news I'm going to share with you guys soon about my shop and possibly expanding, believe it or not. But yeah, YouTube season, you know, the fourth quarter of the year, around the holidays, the ad revenue on YouTube, it pays more. So you will see a lot of videos out of all your favorite YouTubers. You'll see a lot of videos over the next 3 or 4 months because it just pays more money. So all those, doesn't matter if it's a guitar channel or an automotive channel or whatever, you're gonna, the amount of YouTube videos is really gonna start to, everybody's gonna upload a lot of videos, so be prepared for that. It's always those months where people will get snowed in their house and it's cold outside and they're not out doing things. There's some YouTubers that, you know, they've been doing the YouTube thing for a long time, and they kind of almost even take the summer off. Because ad revenue is a little bit less. Okay, I'm just shining on this thing now. This guitar has me quite disturbed. No, this thing's kind of cool. I'm starting to appreciate it a little bit more. I've had this thing in the back room. I have a back hallway where I hang a lot of guitars, and there's some stuff that I haven't restrung yet and things like that. And I got this one from down the hallway. Decided to restring it. Okay. Let's shine on these frets a little bit. So somewhere, man, see, this is, I've got an ML project that I'm working on, and it's laying all right here. I've got an acoustic guitar. This is part of the ML right here. I've got an acoustic guitar that I'm working on, and it's all laying right in here. I took some old potentiometers out of something. This is part of that Dean. Alright, so here I've got my fretboard guard, and I've got a little 1000 grit sandpaper folded over. And I'm just going to very lightly polish these frets. Don't see any dents or divots or anything on this fretboard or on any of these frets, so I don't think this guitar got played very often. That was maybe possibly the original strings, but maybe not. Okay, and then I'll just wipe all the remaining F1 oil off of here. There we go. Looking pretty good. Okay, let's set this Floyd down in there. And let's hope that it fits. Let's see what happens here. If it doesn't fit, We're probably going to just throw this guitar in the dumpster. No, I wouldn't do that. Okay, let's flip it over and see if a couple of springs can be attached. Okay, I got to take the arm off. So I had a guy come into the store, I believe it was yesterday, and he said, "Dude, I really enjoy watching your channel." And I was humbled by that, and I said, "Thank you so much." And he said, "It's because when you talk to the camera, you're not like being a sales guy or anything. You're just kind of hanging out. And so when I watch your videos, it's kind of like I'm just hanging out with you." And I said, "Okay, and that's cool." And so we're just gonna continue with that same sort of theory, that I'm not gonna try to come off like, I'm definitely not acting in some sort of a weird character that I've come up with. I'm not going to come off like a used sales guy where I know everything about everything. I'm just going to hang out, talk about guitars, talk about Van Halen, talk about all the old stuff that I'm into. And just be myself. And I think that's a good... Geez, these babies hardly... I'm going to find some nice springs, because these things are old and ugly looking. You see what I got? I got tons of springs. Alright, here we go. Black ones. Okay, I think I got 3 black ones. These should be nice. No, there is a back plate that's going to cover these. That fit in there nice. Yeah, so like I was saying, I'm just going to be myself and hang out and restring guitars and whatever, right? Okay, there we go. We got 3 good looking black springs in there now. And this Floyd is setting on its posts. I'm going to put this back in here so I can lift it up, and then I'm going to set my eraser back down under there. And that looks pretty good. Okay, so you know what time it is. It's time for strings, so go ahead and roll the string jingle. Okay, wow, that was heavy. Today's string choice, Dean Markley, 9 through 46. Probably set these things a half step down. We don't want to go in standard tuning on something this heavy, but we can do E flat. I'm going to guess that Disturbed is probably drop. What is the Disturbed tuning, if any of you guys know? They're probably in, I'm going to say they're drop C, maybe? Guys, let me know in the comments if you've ever played anything by Disturbed. Okay, this is kind of one of those things where you kind of need 3 hands, because I'm trying to hold the bridge down, put the string in there, and tighten it all at the same time. There we go. Don't over tighten, but they do have to be nice and tight. Okay, get my Ernie ball Power Peg Pro string winder. Tighten these baby up a little bit. There we go. Okay, here we go. Just making sure that the string comes through the center of the saddle and lays in there nice and straight. Okay, one thing that I forgot to do, let me bring you guys over here. Okay, so I forgot to tighten up the tuners here. And I use my 10mm open end. And a lot of guys are like, dude, why not use a socket on there? And I'm going to show you guys why. Because now, if you use a 10mm wrench, you can actually get in here and snug these tight while the string is still on there. So over the last 7 years of making videos and having probably a dozen guys tell me in the comments, hey man, why are you using that wrench? That's my reason for it right there. Okay, so I got some strings on it. It's not tuned up yet, but I got a little bit string tension. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at this neck to see if how much relief is in it. So let's take a look and see if this neck is straight. I got my notch straight edge on there, and there is a ton of relief in this neck. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this truss rod cover off, and we're going to try to snug this truss rod down. Okay, so this Washburn's getting fixed up here. The old Dan Donegan from Disturbed. This guitar's current setup is very disturbed. Okay, let's see. There we go. We got a wrench. Seems like it's in there nicely. Let's tighten on it. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit more. Oh, there we go. Seems like the truss rod is working properly. One more time, let's just check on here and see if it's making any difference. There's a ton of relief in this neck. So I'm going to kind of keep adjusting on it a little bit here. I'm going to move this way a little bit. Give this thing a chance to work. Oh, that's going to be super tight right there. Little tiny chip right there. Alright, now let's take a look at it. It's getting better. It still has a lot of relief in it. The neck has a little bit of twist too. It does come down this direction. Got a little twist in the neck. Let's see if I can snug this one more time. There we go. And one more look at it. That's pretty good right there. Little bit of relief in it. I'm going to leave it right there. We don't want to slam the action too much on this thing. Okay, we're trying to tune it up. I'm going to tighten these springs back here on the claw a little bit more, just to make sure that this void that's in there is setting nice and flat. One thing that I always look at is to make sure that the claw is kind of even across. You don't want too much tension on one side compared to the other. I make sure that they kind of stay nice and even across there. Let's keep tuning. Getting half step down. And just loosen them up a little bit here, getting them close. Even tension all the way across. Okay, the bridge is looking good, nice and flat right across here. Okay, let's take this thing, just throw it up on my knee a little bit here. See how it feels. Pretty good. Of course, it is half a step down. Got it in E flat tuning. Let's see if it stays in tuning. Stays in tune, right? I'm going to tune it up one more time. And then I will plug this thing into an amp. See if... see what it sounds like, see if it's going to stay in tune. All those very fun things that you end up having to, yeah, gotta end up looking at it, especially after putting a Floyd in here. Gotta see if it's going to work. Takes a long time, a lot of back and forth to get them tuned. Seems like it's gonna be okay. Alright, here we go. Let's try this I noticed is that the switch is probably upside down. I flipped it around to make it easier to work on and everything, but I'm thinking that it's this position all the way up is the bridge. Guys, fun guitar right out of the old Disturbed. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff for me. Thanks again. See you in the next video. Go buy a guitar.